I'm gonna teach you guys how to get a girl's phone number in under 5 minutes. If you apply this strategy, it will make talking to girls in public so much easier. Your friends are gonna be wondering, how in the world are you getting all these numbers and texting all these girls at once? The first thing that we have to talk about is the approach, and make sure that you stay until the end for a secret tip on making sure you always get her number. Really quickly, I'm Sona Kim, America's face of dating, and I've helped over 100,000 people in 30 different countries. In my exclusive program Arrows, I teach men not only how to attract and date, but also win back the woman of their dreams. Click the link in the description to talk to us and see if you're a great fit for what I do and also my program. When you look up advice on the internet on how to get a girl's number, you see some of the dumbest things. You see some guys walk up to a girl and say, "Hey, my phone's not working, can I borrow yours to call my mom?" They then lend him his phone, and then he puts in his own number and calls himself and then says to her, "Oh, I was just trying to get your number the whole time." She laughs, and yeah, she might think it's funny in that moment, but chances are you're getting her number because why? Not just to text her until you're 40 years old. "Oh, Jamie, I'm so glad that it's been 27 years since we met. I love our pen pal relationship that we're having. Love, Carlos." Man, I wonder ever when I'm gonna find somebody. No, chances are you want to get her in person. Chances are you want to get her on a date. You want to kiss her and dance with her and even take her downtown. When you do that approach that I just told you about, where you grab her phone and then put your own number in, you literally just opened her with a lie, which is going to completely crush your chances of getting her out in person. Before you approach, you need to make sure that your style and confidence is on point. Here's the thing, whether you like it or not, people are always making these snap judgments even before you ever meet them. They make these snap judgments of you and what you're wearing. They make these snap judgments about how you walk and how you talk, even how you make eye contact, if your breath stinks, if you haven't shaved, if you smell like ass. If you don't know what to wear or how to talk, then simply model a role model that you might have, whether that's me or an actor or an actress or maybe a musician. Just doing some simple research or even modeling somebody that you think looks great will significantly increase your chances of having a great interaction from the start. A great interaction from the start will significantly increase your chances of getting the number. A lot of guys in my program ask me, do you wait until the end of the conversation to get the number? I used to tell guys to do that, and yes, you could get some great results doing that, but I actually tell you guys now to wait for a high point in the conversation. Specifically when you guys are connecting deeply about something, when you guys are laughing about something, when you can see that sparkle in her eye, then you need to go for the number. When she's like, "Oh my gosh, I love that artist too, and I love that album, and that's my favorite song on the album," that's when you're like, "Oh my gosh, we're just meant for each other. What's your number? I have to stay in touch with you." Listen to what I just said there. What's your number? Plus, I put a reason after asking for it. It's because in the book Influence by Robert Cialdini, he talks about that if you ask for something, always put a reasoning behind it, and it will significantly increase your chances of getting that which you asked for. When you do ask for the number, don't be one of those guys that's super timid and hesitant about going for it. Can I have your number because I think you're kind of cute. Remember what I told you guys earlier. Women and people make snap judgments about you through everything that you do. I'm not saying be so cautious of this that you're always on edge, but keep a close eye on how they might perceive you if you're really timid by going for her number. They might view you as what? That you might not have a lot of success with women, and that maybe you're not used to getting what you want. Women want a man that goes for what he wants without fear. That is the definition of being masculine. Going for what you want without hesitation and fear. Don't be all intense, but slide it into the conversation like it's supposed to be there. Also, when you were telling her that you have to stay in touch and that you want her number, you are handing her the phone simultaneously with the contact tab open. This tells her that you're a man who's used to getting what he wants. You're a man who's used to having success with girls. This is attractive to women. A lot of guys will ask me, should you give her your number too? No, it should only be one person receiving the phone number. If you want her to take your number too, that's also cool. It will help you because it shows that if she texts you, then she must be interested in you. I've always been the guy that gets the number instead because it helps me and it helps you practice your texting and it helps you practice your opening skills over text. Some guys who are new to my program will also ask me, is it okay if I call her right there, right when I get her number, to make sure that she has mine too? Definitely don't do that. What's gonna be going through her mind when you start start calling her right there. She's gonna be like, this guy must be used to girls giving him the wrong number. That's why he's acting so suspicious. Also, what if you start calling her and then her phone doesn't ring? Then how awkward does that get? Now you put her in this extremely awkward position because she gave you the wrong number and now you're calling her out on that. It gets really weird. Another great point is that when she is putting the number into your phone, don't just sit there and stare at her putting the phone number in. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting the phone number finally. She's gonna be thinking, so basically this guy's intentions this whole time was to get my phone number? She's gonna feel slightly used and it's gonna decrease your chances of actually getting her out in person. Instead, when she is putting in the phone number, you want to talk to her and distract her so it doesn't put so much pressure on her putting the phone number in the phone. This is what a magician calls misdirection, where you put attention away from what you don't want the attention to be on so it goes through subconsciously. You can talk about her favorite emoji and what emoji she should put by her name so that it reminds you of the conversation you guys had. Let's say you're in the mall, you can talk about what she likes best about this current mall. You could also talk about how you have to meet a friend and that you have to leave pretty soon. And when she's done, comment on the emoji that she put into the phone and then put your phone back into your pocket like nothing happened. You don't want her to feel used for the number or anything like that. Instead, wait another minute or two after you get the number and don't just run off right away. And when you do decide to leave, make sure that you tell her that you'll text her sometime later and leave it at that. And if you guys do need tips on texting, make sure you go watch all of my other videos literally on texting, like how to make her fall in love, how to make her chase over text, and how to really just get her on that date. Some key questions that you guys ask me when you approach a girl and go for the number is this. What if they are in a group of girls? Typically, I would not go for the number in front of all her friends. It puts her on the spot and she doesn't really want to give her number away in front of literally all of her friends standing right there staring at her awkwardly. Instead, entertain the whole group of girls. Get the entire group of girls laughing. And then when you have to leave, get everybody's Instagrams instead of the number. But why? Let's say that one of the girls in the group is interested in you. Most likely when you put a story up on your Instagram, the girl will swipe up to it and it will tell you, and it will be a green flag that she is interested. Then in the DMs, then you can get the number and then text her and then get her on a date and then take her downtown. Also, a lot of guys ask me, what if she says that she has a boyfriend? How do you respond to that? Simply just say this: oh my God, how long have you been having that problem?
Yeah, boy.
That is how to get a girl's number in under 5 minutes. If you guys want to work with me exclusively, then book a call using the link below and see if you qualify for my help. Make sure that you check out all of my other videos about texting and everything else, and comment down below some other ways that you guys have went for the number and got it successfully. I'm Selena Kim, America's face of dating, and I will see you in the next video.